All righty, and we're getting ready to get the JV contest underway in 20 seconds. And it looks like the usual suspects on JV. We got Henson, York, Fillingham, Rushing, and Colbert with the start tonight, drawing the start tonight.
I think we're having some referee issues. They have not come out here yet.
Ah.
And here they come, possibly.
Ba-dum-dum-dum.
Let's see. Let's get the angle of them
Let's
coming
get
out
the
of the
Bulls
tunnel.
music.
Oh, here they come. I don't know if they didn't realize they were on or. It's so quiet in here.
And here we go. Yeah, it'd be nice to your officials because you have a tough time finding them.
That's right. I know it.
we will forgive anybody and everybody. And Gallup kind of gets the ball first. Carmi in a man-to-man defense. Lane for two, no good. Rebound by Fillingham. Nobody home. And we got 3 seconds in the lane.
That's an interesting deal.
That was
there.
a pretty quick three.
It's okay.
It's all right. That looks like Stubblefield. Number 4 here. I'm learning some of these names here on the way. If they make it, I'll give them a shout out. Maybe. Try my best. And like I mentioned in the freshman broadcast, Carmi run the same offensive set as they ran in the freshman game. That's why there is.
Looked like it was off Riley's foot.
They have a kickball violation. So I said the freshman game can hold some merit because they will run the same offenses. I mean, you got the same coaching staffs, coach all 3 squads. So you're a varsity coach, you pay attention because you run they got a 5-second call.
All right.
I'm going to give a shout out to the Gallatin County. That's a Gallatin County alum with the call there, Robbie Belford. He graduated the same year I did in 07 with the call. He told me to take it easy on him tonight. And I will probably not do that, but on that, you got the call right that time. So, good job. Gallatin taking their time here.
Trying to get it to Riley.
Who, by the way, I hope he keeps the momentum going. He had a fabulous game last night in the varsity. I mean, Gallatin County up 1.5. Eric York from 17, no good. And cleared the rebound. He tight-roped that baseline. I don't know if the referee was looking at me. And that's going to be off of Gallatin. But anyway, Riley, they inserted him early in the third quarter. They might even have started him off in the third quarter. And he was just a spark plug for that. I'm not sure if you got a chance to watch the feed last night or not.
I did. I did get to watch it, and it was awesome to see Riley have such a good game.
And that's what you have to do as a younger classman. When you get your opportunity to shine, you have to seize the moment.
Right.
And that starts on
and
this
it's
end.
Actually, promising for the Hawks for the future to see some kids that come off the bench can play that well and affect the game that much.
No good. And we're going to go have an over the back. And and that starts on this end here. It really starts. It's 3 phases if you're a young guy. It starts at practice. That's where a coach first notices that maybe you're giving a little bit of extra hustle, or maybe you're even attacking it different, carrying yourself different, whatever the case may be. And then in the JV game, you come in and you do some good things and you earn some varsity trust. And he got an opportunity to shine last night, and I love seeing kids seize opportunities. And Fillingham blocked, but he sticks with it. Good job. Good find to Riley.
Pass. 3 guys on Riley, nothing.
Nothing there. That's a block shot. They're letting him play underneath the goal, and that's okay. And we've got a good old-fashioned slugfest to start this one. 4:30 to go and no score.
It's starting out so much different than the freshman game
started. Yeah, the freshmen
started.
come out swinging, didn't they?
They did.
And they got Lane for the travel. And we got a mass break.
No, that was not a mass break. That was a warning to one of our players, I believe. Or what?
It might be, but they took a mask break on top of
Okay, well, there we go. I just saw him motion for one of our kids to pull his mask up. So.
And early on here, we played some really stellar defense, but so is Carmi. But I look for the lid to come off of the rim very shortly. And we're back.
Still scoreless with 4.5 minutes to go.
You notice before you started saying it over the live feed, you usually say the correct seconds, and then it gets to the point where you don't want to mess it up, so you just round up. That's what I do. And no bracket still. And cleared out. And loose ball. Jake comes up with it. They're looking to push. Good crossover. No man's land to Lane. Lane up and good. And sound the horns and call the fire trucks. We have a bucket. 2-0 Hawks. And there's the answer back. Seems like when the lid comes off, it comes off for both sides.
The Bulldogs cheerleaders cheer was put some points on that board, and they listened, so there you go.
There you go. That's what you're after. And now see, look, Noah has a humongous freshman game, and now first one to get called in. I'm telling you, you get opportunities. Those lower games cannot be underestimated on a coach's mind. Zach's thinking to himself, Noah has 22 points in the freshman game. I need some points. I mean, it works that way. And it's just that's something that a lot of people don't think about. Eric York with a good move, couldn't get it to go. Great job stopping ball high by Jake York.
I guess they changed their mind after they talked a little bit.
That was the correct call. He couldn't see it. He was in the wrong angle for it. And we got a foul.
Foul's on Lane Henson.
And Noah checked out Eric York in the action here. No good on the first. And we got 3 minutes to go here, and we are tied up. Oh, I'm not squared away at 2 here. Three-two Carmi. And we've had a baseball game so far break out in the gym. But I think the Hawks are fixing to change that.
Good move by Kieran.
There you go. Even with a 2, he can do that. He's really got a nice game from 15 in. He can do some things. And pretty physical by both teams early, and they're letting them play, and I'm okay with that as long as it's going both ways. They're really letting them be physical. And up and good. Can't let a guy get back to his left hand that's left-handed. Up to Noah. Good give and go to Colbert. Very fortunate there. That didn't end up in Carmi's hands. Riley wanting to catch the ball down there. So far, nothing. Good cut by Noah. Stays right here, and that goes down in the... Oh, it didn't. Took a favorable cut and did not go down into the dungeon. And Gallatin County the inbound here. And something that I've noticed that it might be worth mentioning, just because turnover by the Hawks, is that this year Gallatin County, most of the team's shoes we're seeing are not uniformed because we didn't know if they're going to have the season. That's just something little I noticed. 3-pointer, no good. Offensive rebound, we got a foul.
Is that really a thing anymore, though? Because I know it used to be back when I played.
You know, the last time that I coached, it was 2 years ago, and we did it. And then I know Coach Anderton's pretty big on getting the same shoe, but I think it might be a new age thing. It's kind of phasing itself out.
Right.
Kind of like the haircut thing. It's kind of working its way out. But yeah, that used to be a thing. And I mean, usually you do have uniformed shoes. You know, a lot of these dealers and reps come over and, you know, pitch that idea with warm-up shirts, and they kind of bundle a package together. But kids kind of getting to do their own thing, which is fine. You know, because every shoe fits different. That's the thing. Like, what if I don't like the feel of my shoe? You know, just I'm stuck. But that's something different for this year. I was just noticing Noah's rocking some pretty nice kicks. And Gallatin County got to be physical at the point of attack. Noah with a little teardrop, no good.
That was a good move.
No good. Down to Riley. And we got a turnover. We're headed the other way here. And we got 50 seconds to go here. Carmi leads 6-4. Feels like more than a 2-point lead, but it isn't.
It does.
Carmi is going to try to get a good look here. That's a good play design. And if you remember him from the freshman game, he hit 2 of those pretty much back-to-back. He went on a 6-0 run in the earlier game. So he's definitely a shot he's comfortable with. And was that Setfield? I believe it was.
No, it wasn't listed.
No, it wasn't listed. Setfield's number 4. And we got a turnover. Good upward pass. Nothing good. 3 seconds to go here.
After 1, Carmi 11, Hawks 4.
And we're back. Little set play, 3 if it goes. And that's the right call. We run a play similar to that, Dara, when Gunner comes up for that double screen at the top. I guarantee it's the same sort of format. It's probably called something different, but it's just crazy how certain offenses find their niches in all these Southern Illinois gyms. I mean, the coach is running about the same formula, just a little bit of a twist.
just was not good communication there, or
well,
they weren't on the same page.
One of them weaved and one of them bobbed, and that,
yeah,
and that
that's
happens.
right.
So weaved when you should have bobbed.
Lane Henson checking back in the game.
Good defense there. Lane definitely doing a really good job on the post, trying not to get out muscle. That's a good bucket. And Sudfield with a cherry pick. And they've opened up a 15-4 advantage here. We were talking about trends and stuff and shoes and stuff like that. These kids now rolling their shorts up to make them come up higher. When I was in their age, I wanted them down to my ankles if the coach permitted that. You know, and now it's crazy how the trends. They'll go up for a while and then they'll go down.
Yep.
Just kind of like hairstyles come and go. And
I know. I think I even mentioned Utterback, if they're all just going to do that, let's just buy short shorts. Let them wear the short basketball shorts.
The only problem with that is in 8 years, those kids won't want anything to do with the shortcut. They'll want them back down below the knees. So
that's true.
It just definitely, and not all the boys have incorporated that style. You know, looks like Eric York has kind of went the traditional Fad Five and from Michigan style, and Wyatt Fromm's went more Larry Bird edition, and Jake Colbert as well. So it's definitely a trend that's kind of 50-50 right now. Lane Henson. And Carmi playing some really good defense.
Yeah.
Lane gets it. Good hustle. And they're going to get Wyatt for trouble. And early on, Carmine's brought the fight to us, and we've not really returned the punch yet. Tell you what, 45, I don't have a name, but I'm going to try to put a name. That is Rice. I know who that is. He should just be a sophomore. He was a handful in the junior high level a couple years ago. Sudfield for three. He got it. And Gallatin County trying to Noah for two, got it. And Gallatin County down 12, 4:50 to go in the second quarter. Trying to claw their way back in. Sudfield for two, no good. Up to Noah. Got to throw that ball higher. Jake got to throw that ball higher. At a lob, it's a layup. And can stay right here. Well, come on. I'm assuming we're not doing mass breaks in the JV game because we had one in the first quarter, so I shouldn't say that. But and the coach was kind of lobbying for a mass break, and the referee said, "Let's do it next to that ball." So they run the show, so we'll do what they want to do.
Well, I think the coaches like it too because they don't use timeouts; they just use the mass breaks.
Yep. 3-pointer,
that
good.
Kid can shoot.
That's about his fourth or fifth 3-pointer between the two games. He can. He definitely needs some respect out there because he's shooting the ball well.
We need a name on him.
I do need a name on him. It's a good, really good. Eric York for two, and they're going to get
number two.
They're going to get number two for a foul. First one good by Eric. Riley set the check back in the game for Noah. Some good minutes on Noah. The second free throw is up, and he got it. 20-8, and Coach McGuire telling them they got to work down here, and he's absolutely correct. Got to put your foot in the sand. Riley got to get around him. Too easy to catch. Good defense, good help by Eric. No good. Fillingham comes up with it. Got to get it out of there. And usually on that one, if you got two guys knocking it out of the other guy's hand, unless it just blatantly goes off of that guy, it's going in. That's why every time. What I've always seen. And Wyatt's going to try to get the Hawks set up in some kind of offense. And Carmi is playing some really good defense there early. Really making it tough on the Hawks. And Wyatt with a good save, nifty save. And kind of has the ball stuck in their hands a little bit here, looking to swing it a little bit better. Lane for two. That's a good move.
That was a great move by Lane Henson. Lane's not afraid to put his body into somebody.
No, very physical.
He is. I like that.
Kind of the Hawks enforcer on the JV squad.
He is.
And that is no good. And Rice is going to go to the free throw line.
Was on. Who was that on? Oh, Riley Rushing. It's his first foul. And now we are going to get our mask break with 2 minutes and 42 seconds to go.
And we're back. Got an 11-point advantage by Carmi White County. 2:42 to go in the second quarter. And Rice going to shoot a pair of free throws. And by the way he blew the whistle, I thought he teed somebody up. It was just an over-exaggerated whistle. First one up and good.
So was Rice this big in 8th grade? Is that why he was such a force?
Yeah, he was, yes.
Because he's a big kid.
Yes, he was he was a bulldog under the goal, and I mean that theoretically and literally. He was a handful for Jake Colbert's 8th grade year. They're in the same grade, and they were absolutely a handful. And he was a mess to stop. He's a great kid too. He fouled somebody really hard in that game, and I remember, and he went over there after they got around him and made sure he was okay. He went over there and tapped him on the knee and made sure he was all right. There's stuff like that I remember. We have a foul. Sutfield's just getting to the lane whenever he wants, and we're not really much resistance. And they're going to get that on Riley, his second. But yeah, he's a really good kid, just from the brief time that I got to be around him. And he kind of falls in the line too, or he did in the 8th grade. He falls in the line too. He's really tall, so everybody expects him to be, like you grab somebody and throw him in the bleachers, and definitely not the type of kid he is. It wasn't. I can't speak to him now. I've not been around him in a year or so, but running it over the back. And that foul is on Atterbury. And it always seems like it works that way. When you got the 6'6" kid, he doesn't want to harm anybody.
Right.
Then you got that little 4'6" kid. He just wants in the middle of everybody's business. you know, so a little token pressure. Riley comes and gets it. Up to Lane. Lane looking to drive it. And that turnover. Coach McGuire got the to get a pretty good look. He might have got away with the kickball there, but I like it.
It's okay. That was a good defense.
Good defense by the Hawks. Right with a good crossover. Fillingham drives it. No good. And we're going back the other way. And Carmi gets that ball out and they go. Atterbury for 2. No good. Lane by rebound by Lane. Minute 30 to go. Carmi the 14-point advantage. And kind of got to make Carmi's bigs defend a little. And then game for a travel. Minute 7 to go. Jake Colbert going to check back into the ball game for Wyatt Fromm. And with a minute to go here, let's see what we can do. Carmi's probably going to be looking for a really good shot here. Sedfield to the lane again. Good defense by Riley, not fouling. Stayed with it. That is the kind of energy he brought in the varsity game last night. And 40 seconds to go here. Galton County needs a really good shot here. He needs some sort of points before half. No good. Rice with the rebound. Looking good. 20 seconds to go here. Just 10 seconds to go here. Hawks looking to get something before the half. Riley gets fouled. That's a great job by Riley. Instinctively pump faking to get the guy on his feet and then draw the foul. Great job.
Up and good by Riley rushing.
Yes, I just noticed something. The cheerleaders are having their cheer, and then when he goes to shoot, they're just doing the clap and the stomp. They're not talking during the free throw shot, which is something different because, I mean, I don't remember it ever being that way.
Sometimes they do that.
Okay. Well,
Like they're trying to be somewhat kind.
You're better than me in that regard then. Good if it goes. No good. And at halftime, we have 26-12. Carmi, White County with the advantage. We'll be back here in 10 for the second half. back.
Second half action.
And it's time to get some buckets in bunches.
Looks like we're back with the original 5, I believe.
And Riley working hard there. They didn't see him. He was open under there. And that was a little bit late by Colbert. And Carmi looking to attack it. $16-point advantage here. Or 14-point advantage, rather. I can't count today. Squares up a 3. Got it. That's Stockton. And not Jerry, I don't believe. Right. Oh.
Shot. Kieran Fillingham.
Fillingham tickles the twine from behind the line. 14-point game.
That's a Dan Loudy quote there.
Yep, many mornings in the EHT, something unheard of. But, when we were 13, 14 years old, our parents dropped us off at 7:45 and didn't pick us up until 11. That was the all-day babysitter during the EHT.
Right.
They would,
so much fun.
I had you got to travel. I had some in-laws that lived in El Laredo, and we would have to call and check in at noon. And that was the thing. We'd go down there, and because you didn't have a cell phone.
So what did you guys do in between the sessions when you got kicked out?
When we got kicked out, we'd walk down there, and my in-laws, they were older, and they've since passed, but they were older, and she would cook up this big feast. I mean, Hobart for 2, no good. And pick up this big feast, and we would eat like kings and take a little small mini nap, and then back to the gym. But we loved it. We look forward to it every year. That was part of my Christmas, actually. They got me passes.
So fun.
That was. They're gonna get Lane Henson for a shove under there.
I know I said this on probably the first broadcast or so, but it always amazed me that Gallatin County, you just see the sea of orange and blue every time. It didn't matter if it's 8:30 in the morning game.
No.
It was packed.
And I tell you what, it was a big deal. It was a big deal to us. Of course, Ridgeway was one of the 4 founding teams of the EHT. Them, North City, El Laredo, and Carrier Mills.
I did not know that.
Were actually the 4 founding fathers of that. And they were one of the originals. Noah for 2, no good. It's going to get Riley rushing over the back. It's going to be his 3rd. That was probably the biggest bummer out of all. Actually, not the biggest bummer, but that was just a big bummer. The EHT.
It was.
I have so many friends that come in for the holidays, and we always would meet up at the EHT and then go get something to eat during the games and just catch up. And
yeah, and even people that you're not necessarily meeting up with, because you just see so many people there.
See people you haven't seen in years,
Right.
Find out they had kids or,
Yeah.
whatever, got a new job. And it used to be a bigger deal even before you had social media, to look these people up and stalk them like my mom does all the time with everybody. So
And it's such a kind of a cool, unique deal for the kids, because you're playing in front of, if you make it to that final day, you're playing in front of the biggest crowd you will see in
if you make
that
it,
they would see.
You make it to championship night, it's packed.
Packed, yes.
And always.
I've seen standing.
Oh, absolutely. And just the atmosphere, even in the afternoon games, even through the week, there would just be crowds. Good heads up by Noah. Eric's got to go get that. And they regain possession. Rice with a good pump fake, and they got on the floor, and that's going to be Lane again. And Gomack got that loose ball. That was a good hustle.
3 fouls on Lane.
We got some foul trouble with our post. Looks like we're going to have a couple freshmen check in here. And Noah's going to be tasked with guarding Rice here. That's going to be a big matchup for him. He's going to have to really get in position and really work hard. Up and good.
Good move by Atterbury.
That was Atterbury. Heads up. And Carmi's ballooned their lead to 18. Noah for filling in with the pass, I'm going to say. With the assist off the board. Maybe you want to know where to dunk it. I don't know. I'm just so hopeful that we get the EHT back next year.
Me too. And I know El Dorado is too. That's a big business for them that they missed out on.
That's huge on their, and their, is it their junior class that gets the proceeds of the concessions?
Yeah, and then the FFA also has some, like the pork chop sales and all that, FFA, and then of course the gate just goes to the school. So
yeah, I mean, I tell you what, really, and I'm not just saying this because we're in it or whatever, but that is the premier Christmas tournament. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say south of Effingham. It's the best tournament.
It is.
Easily.
I love it.
I mean, everybody, they have, El Dorado, from what I've been told, has a waiting list a mile long to get into that. It's such a great tournament, great atmosphere, good blend of 1A and 2A, and just really a lot of fun. And they've done a really good job of keeping that tournament competitive, and they have a seating meeting, and I mean, it's ran right. It's a really good ran tournament. And probably my favorite time of the year, Christmas time and then EHT. Minus the Christmas. I'm not a big Christmas guy personally, but getting the family together.
Just the basketball.
My fiance calls me the Grinch, so but the basketball definitely. And something I've noticed here is Coach McGuire continuing to coach. That's like, I keep going back to that. That's a great mark of a good young head coach. It is easy when you're punching somebody in the mouth to be excited about it, but when you're getting punched in the mouth, it is totally a different scenario and a demeanor, and you have to stay even keel, and you have to tell your guys, hey, when it's tough, you don't give up, regardless of what's going on, and you can't ever. Man, Zach talked the other day, and you just can never get too high on a win or too low on a loss, and he's doing a really good job of continuing to coach. I want to give him a shout out for sure for that. And Carmi's going to get the ball inbounds. We're back underway. And the game has changed so much in the last 10 years. I thought for sure he was going to shoot that, and that's perfectly fine in today's basketball world for 6'4" kids to jack threes. But when I was, the coach would have been yelling no from the bench if he would have even squared it up back when I was playing. Noah catches it, and no good. That was in and out. That's a tough break there. It's a good look. And Noah with a good rebound. Lonnie, a contact. And we're going back the other way. And that was a really good block there. Good defense by Carmi White County. Galvin County, Rice for 17, book it. Galvin County just having one of those nights offensively. He had several balls up and down and around and out. And Mama said there would be days like that. She just didn't tell us how many when we were growing up. Definitely one of those days for the Hawks. Good
pass.
And block. I tell you what, Rice needs his own zip code down there. He is absolutely a twin tower down there. Got it. There's the unnamed marksman, I would call him. He can't miss. I bet that 6 or 7 threes in between the
and those are long threes. That was a long one.
Aaron for 2, no good. Yeah, he does a really good job, and he doesn't hesitate that thing. It's not like they're begging him to shoot that. He's catching that in rhythm and firing it. And we're in a little two-man action. Nice give and go. Nice one. And that's Gomat. Yeah, Tyler Gomat for the 2. And got kind of looking around, 50 seconds to go here. 40-17 advantage for Carmi White County. Oh, good crossover behind the back.
Oh,
Fillingham with a
Karen.
nifty little move. He had the hot sauce and the mayo on that one. That was a good one.
We're at about 30 seconds to go in the third quarter.
That's good for him. He works extremely hard.
He does work hard.
He works hard. He's definitely one of those kids you're never going to question his effort. He's always giving his all. There he is again. And that, very fortunate for the Hawks. And we're going to go over to the Hawks with 17.6 left. Looks like Dylan Rushing going to get his first action of the JV game. He's going to come in for Fillingham. No, he is not. Yes, he is. I thought Fillingham was going to stay in the way it looked, but he came out. Oh, good pump fake by Colbert. 8 seconds to go. 7. Kind of got to get into something. 4. Noah for 2. Got it. Great shot by Noah.
It's a good way to end the third quarter.
And at the end of 3, we got 40-21 from White County. And we're back. Seems like Carmi White County gets the ball after every quarter lately. And no, it's not working that way. It just feels that way when you're behind the 8 ball. And okay, there we go. I think maybe they heard me. It's blue ball.
They probably did hear you because you could hear a pin drop in here. It's so quiet.
It's eerily quiet.
It is very quiet.
It's going to be.
It's like there's nobody talking. There's nothing going on.
When these broadcasts, when we get fans back, and if we continue to broadcast and when we do broadcast or whatever, it's going to be interesting to see what the crowd noise, how that plays into effect. That's crazy. 3 ball. That's a good old-fashioned air ball, and we're going this way.
Eric York back in the game.
And the trials and tribulations of being a freshman. Take a shot that your coach doesn't want, and you come take a seat. That's how you learn. And he's done a lot of good things in Purdue tonight. Good ball fake. We get 35 at a foul, I believe. On the arm. And that is odd. I'm not saying that's odd. That's that kid's last name with the reach in. Drax Odd. Let's see what we got there on the foul.
Eric taking it to the hole and
got it.
it.
The deuce and the abuse.
Strong move by Eric.
The swipe and the gripe. Eric for one throw. Noah moved early. That's going to be no good anyway.
I think Noah moved, but then the other two, it kind of jumped around too. So
it's kind of like in football, though. When you're the first to move, you're going to
Right.
6 minutes to go here. We got a 17-point advantage for Carmi. If Gallatin County wants to get back in this, they need to do it very soon. Noah still playing really hard. That's a good take by Odd, and one. that is as loud as this gym's been tonight.
Hopefully our bench is ready to bring some energy in the next game because it's been
Definitely quiet.
it has.
I'll tell you something too. It's kind of the gym here kind of sits on top of it, and I don't know if that, like when we're at home, we sit up in the balcony, and then everybody else is all over there, so we know our sound's not gonna carry, but I feel like we're right on top of everybody here.
Too.
You should have been at Thompsonville last night if you think you're on top of everybody right now. I literally wiped the sweat off the referee's forehead one time when he ran by. That's good old 1A gymnasium. Up and good. Young County's very blessed. They have a gym that size for a small 1A school. I mean, Crab Orchard's gym is fairly. North City also has a really nice gym.
We're gonna get some noise. You see the band walking across us.
All right. I haven't seen a band this year. That's all right. That's good. Trying to out-muscle Fillingham. Good defense by him. I know he made that. That's good defense. And we got a 20-point advantage for Carmi White County. Eric up and no good. Block. Sedfield coming the other way here. Rice for three. It was only a matter of time. No good. And Miss Mitchell getting all kinds of love with the band members going by. Crowd favorite. Oh, good find to Riley rushing. And he got it. Deucing the abuse. And Rice is going to sit down and said Phil. Going to get a couple of the guys that maybe normally don't get the playing time. Regardless of what people think, coaches want to get every kid in as many minutes as they can. That is one of the biggest myths, or I guess I can't speak for every coach in America, but I can speak for the ones that I've had. Riley, no good. The ones that I've had any dealings with, they want every kid to play a bunch. They all work hard. Everybody wants to get the kids in play. It just doesn't always work that way. But it definitely is something that weighs on our minds. You know, sometimes after a 25-point win, Jared, in the junior high level, and that didn't happen all that much, but it did happen. And I would always go home, and a lot of times I would obsess with not how well we played, but did I get so-and-so the minutes that he deserved as an eighth grader that works every day in practice, never complains. You know, he got 4 minutes, but could I got him 6, you know. And that stuff, we got a foul on Riley and one. That's Atterbury. He's had a nice game. 8 points. But yeah, that weighs on your mind. It really does. And we're gonna have a mass timeout.
Seems like it's been a while since
it has been, I think. And we'll be back here shortly. And we're back. Atterbury. be honest with you. I got talking during the break, and I have no idea if this is a one-shot penalty. I think it is. I think he got it in the bucket.
I can't. Yeah, he did.
But I can't remember. It all runs together when you're on game 2.
And that is Riley's 4th foul. I don't know if we said that before the break either.
And Carmi, with 3:35 to go, has got this pretty much well in hand. Carmi County's marching band and band members are making their way into the game tonight. Haven't heard a band in a while, so that's all right. 3-point shot, no good. Eric hustling after it.
Good save by Atterbury.
Yes, that was a good save. And Carmi has been really patient tonight. Give them a lot of credit. We've been out of sync all night, but Carmi has made us out of sync. Done a lot of good things on the offense and defensive end. So I've got a cool deal about a Carmi alum that used to be a Gatton County alum, Tyler Schote.
Yeah?
He is the head coach for the girls' North team in Evansville.
Yes, he is.
And he is doing really well there.
Love Tyler Schote.
Me too, Tyler Schote.
Great guy.
His dad was my PE teacher until my senior year. Good find. Noah Richardson for 2. And he's doing well. They actually had a full write-up about him before the COVID last year.
That's awesome. I'm so glad to see him doing well.
And, of course, I think he got married to his assistant coach at the time. So, hey, that's not my thing, but, hey, I'm glad it's yours. No, just wanted to give Tyler a shout-out. He's probably got a ton of things going on with this COVID season. So, definitely, he's a great guy, and they got a good find over there at Evansville. I can tell you that much. He's a really good guy. His dad is too. His dad always knew all the upcoming sports, and he never had a smartphone. He read the paper every day, like my dad. Just really good guy.
We've got a minute and a half left to go.
And Carmi running a weave here and just taking their time. Oh, great block by Noah Richardson. He's had some positive minutes here in some late game duty. And this is the moment where the referees will probably, unless somebody gets decapitated, is probably just going to put it in their pockets. Get to the next game. Noah for 2. Wow. We're going to do a little ball change and shift change by Carmi White County. 50 seconds to go here. 16-point advantage by Carmi.
You know, one thing that makes it a little bit tough on the kids, I think, sometimes too is, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but the refs have kind of different rules and things that they go by. And so as a kid playing basketball, that's hard to figure out too.
Everything's a little bit different every venue we've been to.
And I'm not saying either is good or bad. I'm just saying that there's a lot of different things going on.
Like at the Carrier Mills game, they got on too for the great save. They got on for a mass violation right off the bat. Right. Both coaches huddled, and that was the last you heard of it. It's just definitely these kids are learning. This is over and back. I thought that ball was tipped, but I guess I did not.
20 seconds on the clock.
See if Gatton can get a good shot to end it. This will likely be the last possession for either side. Noah for 2. And we have a foul.
4.6 seconds on the clock. We probably could have let that go, but that's okay. We'll give Noah Richardson 2 shots.
He deserves, but yes. goodness. Up and good. Tell you what, Noah has played 2 pretty solid games for a freshman.
He has. He's gonna be worn out.
He is. Well, no, he's not.
And he had a big day today though at homecoming. He was fired up.
He's my neighbor. He's got tons of energy.
And they're gonna let that run out.
And there we go. We have a Carmi winner, 47-32, Carmi White County.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. We'll take a little break here. Are we going to put up another feed?
Yeah.
I think we'll put up another feed here because we don't want to get kicked out of the middle game like we have in the past. And we'll